Hey guys, this is Miriam at High Life Auto. I am out doing a video test drive on a 2011 Jeep Wrangler. If you've never been on my video test drives before, the way it works is I drive the vehicle on video and I tell you what I see, hear, think, smell, and feel to give you the best indication of being in the driver's seat without actually being in the driver's seat. I'm not a mechanic and this is not meant to be a 182-point inspection. Rather, this is meant to be a sneak peek into how the vehicle drives and any potential issues I notice as we're going along. So we'll take a look around the vehicle, we'll take a look under the hood, and then we'll go for a drive. And if you've been with me for very long, you know our drive is going to be kind of fun because it's a stick shift and I'm not a very good stick shift driver. So if there are any, if I kill it, if I over rev it, if I do any of those funny things, that's all on me. So just a heads up, that's how it is with stick shift around here. All right, 11 Jeep Wrangler, pretty decent looking, no dents, dings, really major rust or anything to speak of. You're gonna have this little stuff right here, like on the hard top, where, when you take off the hard top and you put it on the ground, you get some of those scratches and stuff. But for the most part, it looks like it's a pretty decent body. Tires are probably about 40%. They are a beefier tire. And probably about 40% all the way around. Got the hood popped up here, so you can see under here. Got everything going on under there. Of course, you've got a winch on there because the Jeep is not complete without a winch, because you never know when you're going to get stuck in a ditch or in anything that you need to pull yourself out of. So on this side, again, body looks pretty decent. I think these are probably aftermarket mirrors. A little bit of rust right here, but just some aftermarket mirrors on there. Again, body's pretty decent. You got a little bit of like the water paint stuff on those hinges, but really nothing major. It's a pretty decent looking. It's what, 11 to 25. We're 14 years old. You got the back, you got storage room in the back. Okay, and then we're back over here. The inside, just cloth, pretty basic. They had a dog, but it's not horrible. Up here, you got the dash, you got an aftermarket radio, and you got your T-tops that come off, of course. And up here in the front, pretty decent condition, typical driver's seat tears, but really nothing major. Okay, so now that we've completely screwed up my normal walk around, we gotta shut this hood. Alright, hood shut. Latch the hood. Latch the hood. Alright. And in we go. It was like 70 degrees yesterday, now it's like 90 degrees today. I don't think Mother Nature knows what it's doing. Okay. And the emergency brake works, which is really good because I've had a lot of Jeeps where the emergency brake no longer works because it's used so much. So, we've got, you can see my brake lights flashing. It's because my emergency brake is on, but there's no check engine lights or anything. It says there's a gate open. I don't think it is. I was pretty sure I closed it. 193,000 miles on there. So that gate light might stay on. But I'll double check and make sure it's closed. Over here we've got the radio. And it appears to work. But as far as I can tell, there's no sound coming out. So my best guess is that it's not hooked up to the speakers. Or they had a system in here and I don't know. So the radio appears to work, but no sound. So it needs a little bit of tinkering. I just don't know exactly what it needs. Down here we've got air conditioning. Air conditioning works well, which again, like I said, it's like 90 degrees today, so that's awesome. Windows. We've got crank windows. I'm not going to go roll them all down because they're crank windows and you can't really go wrong with crank windows. There's very little that can go wrong with them. So as long as they're installed, they should work. Now we're going to go give this a shot. Okay, I've got 3 pedals. Gotta have 2 feet, hold on my 3 pedals. Okay, clutch in. And give this a shot. First gear. Alright, we're gonna attempt to not kill it. That is my life goal right now. And so, as we're going up this hill, I'm probably not going to be doing a whole lot of commentary because my goal is going to be to get up onto the highway where I can actually drive and tell you more about it. Oddly enough, I've been learning how to drive stick shift since 2004, which is 20 years. Yep, just killed it. Way to go, Miriam. Okay. In my defense, I am on a hill, but 20 some odd years I've been learning, and somehow I still kill it quite often. Alright. Like I said, ignore it when you hear the revving past like 3, because I'm working on getting all that shifted and stuff. But outside of my bad shifting, it's got good acceleration. I need to shift again, but I'm going up the hill, so I'm kind of using the power. It has good acceleration. Alright, now we'll shift to the 4th gear. And so this is the 6-speed one. I know that I've got a 5-speed and a 6-speed. This is the 6-speed manual transmission. I'll get up in 5th gear. Alright, well, up in 5th. I'll go up 6th in just a minute, but it's driving pretty smooth outside of the late shifting and stuff that I did. Had good acceleration. I don't hear any suspension noise. I mean, it's a Jeep, so it still doesn't drive, like a Lincoln or anything, but it does drive pretty smooth. Alright, I'm up in 6th gear, so I'm up here at cruising speed. I'm going to get up here and get going. It's driving well, hands off the wheel, drives pretty straight down the road, has a little bit of a left lean, but not bad at all. Got our left turn signal, our right turn signals. Check our cruise out. Figure I'll get all this done while I'm already up to speed and get my video done this way. Let's see here. Let's see, on cruise. Okay, so my cruise, I don't think my cruise engages, but I'm pushing these buttons and there's no response here on the dash. I know on my husband's Jeep, it'll say cruise on and then it'll say cruise set. So I don't know if these buttons are worn or what, but cruise does not engage. Again, it could be me for some reason. I don't know if something I'm not doing right, but it just seems to not be pushing from that button. Otherwise, we've got wipers and wiper fluid. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. Pretty decent driving vehicle. I mean, we've got a little trim piece missing right there. I don't know. I know sometimes people put like the aftermarket dashes in, and they'll put them in right there. So that might have been something that they did, and then they lost the trim piece or something. I don't know. I've just seen that done before. But I think that's about everything. I mean, it's a good driving vehicle. Kind of the overview while I'm stopped here. It's a good driving vehicle. Has very minor body things going on. No check engine lights. Runs and drives good. cold air, you've got a radio sound issue, and a cruise issue. Other than that, as long as you can drive with 3 pedals, you should be good. Seems like a really good, solid vehicle. Has 193,000 miles, so still has a lot of life left. And we're coming into winter, which is just a prime for this vehicle. I mean, granted, a Jeep really has no prime. It's good every time of the year. But it's really great in winter because the 4-wheel drive can go anywhere. So, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My cell phone is 309-267-7200, and I will see what I can do for you guys. Thanks.